Hey y'all, it is Asia the Fumbling Farmer here in Zone 8A in North Carolina. I'm going to show you just like an update on my seed starting inside and then take you on a little tour outside too. So into it. Okay, so this is inside stuff. These are all kinds of flowers and herbs and things. Like this is chamomile, and then there's healol and yarrow, however you say it, and lemon balm, all kinds of stuff back there. I just planted some stuff in there like basil and thyme and rosemary and things like that in there. And these are all random flowers. Like this is sunflowers, this is snapdragon, this is I think it's a basket flower, Canterbury bells back there. That one's not doing well. There's more Canterbury bells at different stages there. This is Gomphrena, so those are all going to be planted out when I get ready for flowering stuff. All right, these are my tomatoes. These 12 in here are going to be the ones I actually plant. They're actually like huge and humongous, and I need it to get warm so that I can start hardening them off outside because they're not fitting under here anymore. But I'm pretty happy with how they're doing. These here are all my pepper starts, so I have to get these out of here and into cups this size and growing, and I'll keep them in for a little bit longer too. There's more like thyme, and actually that's broccoli back there that I have to get planted outside and harden off. And then I have more tomatoes here, which also these are ones I'm going to like give away and stuff like that to people. This here is a passion fruit vine, and it's coming along nicely. It started off with just one little stick, but now it's starting to vine up, and I have to put a support in here so that it has something to curl around. Some of my tomatoes are not doing well, and I don't know why, and it's specific varieties. Like this Brad Atomics grape is just, both of the plants I have here are not doing great. And even the one up here, this one here, is kind of one of the shortest plants, and the leaves are kind of falling off and droopy and stuff. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but if it ends up not looking good, I'll just do something else. I have plenty of other tomato plants to plant instead. And then this is my strawberry guava plant that I planted from seed, and will just because why not? Okay, so that's kind of what I got going on in here right now on my 3 shelves. And I really am ready to get these outside and start hardening them off and get them planted outside. But North Carolina weather is acting crazy. All right, I'm going to head outside and we'll start looking out there. All right, here we are outside. And so I'm trying not to fall down the steps and talk at the same time. But I'm just going to kind of show you what I have in the front yard as flowers and things that are hardening off, and then we'll tiptoe into the backyard too. Okay, here we go. So to start off here, it has pollen all over it because that's what season we're in. We're in the pollinating. So see, I can rub it off and it's a normal green leaf. But we have like parsley, and this is a snapdragon, some basil, some Thai basil, more random parsley, some snapdragons. This here are the chorichero peppers. So these are green peppers, and this is spinach. And these are toothache plants that they're just sitting out here. And then over here, I have some roselle, which is kind of like a hibiscus sort of thing. Again, these yellow spots are just pollen because we're in that seasoning of the pollinating. Tonight, it's supposed to get down in the 30s, so I am going to bring these ones back inside because they can't manage the cold like that. But I have some purple basil here. I promise it's purple when the pollen's not on it. I have some sage here that I'm also going to bring in because it looks like it's not too happy with the cold. I had some dill, but it kind of started struggling. So I think I'm just going to direct seed dill. It always does better when I direct seed it. And then over here is a whole bunch of random stuff. There's some butterfly pea, which is like purple, and you can use stuff to color it. Cucamelons are growing here. I have some arugula, pineapple ground cherries growing. I have some bok choy and basket flowers, so like random stuff. My daughter stepped on it when she came out the door, and that's what all these kind of got messed up. But what you gonna do? All right, let's look over the edge. So hydrangeas there and there, and Shasta daisies there. And then let's see what else. Anything exciting coming up too? This is my giant, I think it's called like elephant hosta, elephant ear hosta or something like that. It's not an elephant ear plant, but it's huge. Here's another one. They grow so fast and they're huge, but there's a lot of other hostas in there. This is rosemary and foxglove. So a bunch of stuff here. I planted some, oh Lord, I forgot what they're called, but something over there. That's some yarrow over here. I planted radishes in here because why not? I chopped off my lavender just because it was looking bleh, but I might have killed it, so we'll see what happens. And this is another hosta coming up. I love the way that they look. I like how spiky they are when they start coming up. I planted some other things too. I need these people to not put, these people being my family, to not put the hose in my gardening bed. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's keep on going. Over here we have my snapdragons. They're coming along pretty well. I thinned them out. I think I might have to thin them out some more. But I might do that by like digging up a chunk and replanting them somewhere else. I also put some sweet alyssum in here, so I hope that's what those are. That's calendula and bachelor buttons. I think this is creeping Jenny, definitely. I think these are balloon flowers that came back from last year. Came back from last year. This came back from last year. I hope all this stuff lasts in this cold tonight. All right, more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. So I'm trying to get this bed to fill in, but there's a tree overhead. So this tree kind of shades it out and it makes it a little bit hard for it to get light. So I have to get the right plants in there. This is another thing of snapdragons. Snapdragons are my favorite flower, y'all. So it's going to be featured in the garden. It just is what it is. All right. Then we're coming in here and there's a lot of different stuff like alliums and yarrow and lamb's ear and some echinacea, I think that is there, and some dahlias, and I don't know what those are, and my roses and some aster. So those are all there. I think this is a radish in here. I don't know. Yeah, it looks kind of radishy down there, right? So it's not big and bulby yet, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. This is my peach tree. Ooh, I see a blossom. Look at that, so beautiful. This is my clematis. Look at that. Hi, pretty. So this has blossoms all over. And then also up there, I wasn't sure. Oh, there's another blossom up there. Oh, hi, honey. I wasn't sure, it's because it's my first time successfully getting a clematis to grow. So I wasn't sure if I was supposed to kind of trim it all the way back to its base or let it, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to cut it all the way back down or just let these things grow. And it looks like there's, from the little nodes in this, it's still flowering from there. So I'm glad I let it grow, but I think next year I might, if there's like a huge viney that goes over, I might cut it off and just let it have a chance to bush up from the bottom there. But that's so exciting that it's flowering. I'm glad y'all got to see that with me. Okay, let's keep going. There's the other one up there looking all pretty. And that's another hydrangea there. All right. That's the girls' garden. It's just weeds right now. I have to clean it still. That's the other one. It's just very weeded over. This is where I'm going to put the peppers. So this is my bin I was using to clean up the yard with. So all my peppers, hot peppers, will be there. Planning to put cucumbers in here. All right, I have put soil on the tomato bed. So this is going to be where I plant the tomatoes and they'll grow up those strings there. I also put some basil. I just randomly threw basil seeds down in here, but I only did it Sunday and today's Tuesday. So I doubt I'll see anything there. And it rained like crazy yesterday, but I'm hoping I just get a whole bunch of basil down the center of the beds and then tomatoes on each side is what the plan is right now. All right, let's keep on going to this baby. It's cold out here, y'all. I don't like it. All right. So those are my anise hyssops. there, and in that one there. And then that's allegedly celery, but it hasn't done anything yet. This is my lemon balm. Oh, I don't like how it's getting kind of, maybe it's from the cold probably. All right, so this is lemon balm here, and I planted some sweet alyssum here too. I'm hoping it kind of comes out this and comes down the side of this thing. But these two things of lemon balm were one big plant, and I split them up and put them into two things. This here are strawberries. You can see the little tiny strawberries starting to form there. And here I have some more rosemary. All right, this is my garlic bed right here. So that's looking pretty good. It's probably not going to be doing any bulbing or anything like that yet, but the stalks look nice and thick and the leaves are pretty tall and green. I also planted some sweet alyssum in here. I think these smaller ones are it. I don't think these big ones are it. So I think I'm going to pull those up so they don't take over. But I think these small ones are the sweet alyssum. This bed is not prepared yet. I have to weed it and put in soil and stuff. But there are some strawberries growing in here, like a whole bunch of strawberries. Hold on, I see. Yep, so strawberries there. I think this might be more strawberries here. Yep, the little tiny strawberries there. These strawberries are just running amok. They escaped and then that's that. This is feverfew. It's doing some crazy stuff. I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of a crazy plant. I might trim some leaves off and dry them and see what I could do with that. But you are supposed to be able to use them medicinally. So I thought that was a caterpillar, but it's not. It's just a tree leaf thingy, seed pod. So we'll see about that. All right. I'm pretty sure this thyme is dead. The thyme has met its time. So I'm just going to kind of do that. I'll come deal with that later. But the chives, look at them. Hi, honeys. So you can put these in vinegar and make like kind of a sort of vinaigrette base sort of thing there. All right, and then let's go see the blueberries. How's my babies doing? So these ones started to bloom much earlier. Oh my goodness, whoa, Nelly, look at all those. That's so many blueberries. I don't think I've ever gotten this much before. Look at all those clusters and clusters. That's crazy. Okay, so that's the one plant. That's the earliest blooming one. And then this one here bloomed next. So its little clusters are just kind of starting to form. But I don't know if this one looks like it's doing anything. Maybe? Maybe. They grow from the bottom, I think. They get, oh, let me show you. I think they get bigger down here, and then this part gets pointed out as the tip of the blueberry. So this one doesn't have as many clusters as that first one did. But this is the latest blooming one. It still has its flowers on it. Those ones aren't even open yet. These ones over here are kind of open more. But this one has a nice collection of flowers on them too. So hopefully they'll do okay. I grow my blueberry plants in pots. They've been most successful to me like that. So it works. All right. Over here are my potatoes. I randomly planted these in February because I was not sure. I mean, I found them in my kitchen, but then I wasn't sure, like, can I plant them now? Is it too early? So I planted these, and they're doing kind of phenomenally. So they're nice, big, healthy plants. The nice thing about this weather right now and it being kind of chilly is the bug factor is very minimal, which is really nice. All right. I came through here and replanted my mint. I separated it and then just kept a few and put them back in the containers. So I have 2 things of mint here, and it'll grow and grow and grow and take over everything. So that's that. But keeping it actually in this container has been pretty good with keeping it from taking over the garden. And then here I have oregano. I did the same thing. I took what I had and pulled it all up and separated it and took some strong looking roots and put them in there. All right, I planted more sweet alyssum in here. Sorry, I got a weed too. That's what y'all get to see with me every time is weeding. Yep, there's some sweet alyssum growing there. This is garlic chives here. I don't know what you are. And then I planted a whole bunch of other random stuff in here. So, oh, also there's more strawberries. This is allegedly a path, but the strawberries took over. So there's more strawberries in this path here. So that's exciting. But then it's also these weed thingies, which I don't like, and I want them to go away. But here we are. So sometime I'll come out and pull all those up. All right, anyway, in here we have some artichoke plants, because why not? And some lettuce and like different onions and chives and stuff like that. That's what all these things are. Onions and leeks and yeah, that I don't really know what it is exactly. And then over here we have some Swiss chard. There's a caterpillar. Look at this sucker. These kind of caterpillars are coming out right now in my area. So I'm going to take him. Oh, look, they're tearing up my plants. Here it is. See how this one here, like you can hardly see it. But there is an itty bitty caterpillar right there. So let me look more closely at these. See what's going on here. Was it just that one guy? Okay, this kale is getting towed up. Let's see if I can find this dude. Yep, there he is. A very hungry caterpillar. There it is. Okay. Let's see this guy here. This guy looks kind of okay. Oh, nope. Little itty bitty guy down there. Just getting started. So that's there. Anything else? And this is kind of what I do, is I just come out here, and if I notice it looks like something's chomping on them, I try to find who that someone is who's doing the chomping. And then just pick him up and toss him. If he finds his way back, I'll toss him again. Okay, so those are those guys in the front. All right, I also have parsley in there. I thought I saw a snail on this one. Oh well. And then there's some kohlrabi back there. Some of the kohlrabi looks like it's getting chomped on too, so let's go and see if we can find it. Like this guy looks very chomped on. So let's inspect. Are you somebody? Nope, that's just something. And sometimes I don't find anything. I don't find the culprit. And then sometimes I do. So I don't see anybody here right now that could be causing this chomping. Okay, that's that. Let me look at this guy. Anybody here that could be causing some chomping? I've seen the cabbage butterfly, the little white, I think it's a moth actually, but I've seen it flying around the last couple days when I've been out here working. So I knew this was coming. Oh, here, I found this buddy. Here it is. Come on. Let's toss you. Okay. Oh, I kind of feel like I'm missing something right in front of my eyes on these ones that I didn't find anything. Like I'll probably look back at the video and be like, oh my gosh, it's right there. But right now, oops, there it is. There's that one. Let's get this buddy off of here. Okay. So that leaves this one that I wasn't able to find anything for, but there is evidence of something. All right, that's that. Okay, those are there, and this one actually still looks kind of decent. Not like anything's chomping on it. Now I know what's going on with that baby. I think that baby's tired. Anyway, I also have, these are weeds. I'm going to pull them up when I see anything random. Okay, and you try to get the whole root up so it doesn't keep going. These are all leeks in here. I just planted leeks in between. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to plant leeks and what you call it. What are these called? Brassicas. But here we are. All right, and I think, is that what I got going on? Oh, let me show you my little deck plants. Anyway, if you look at just the video I did a week ago, that is a lot of growth so far. So I'm pretty proud of how stuff has turned out and how it's looking. And it's going to be a battle from now on. Now starts the battle of the bugs. Once you get it outside, you have to start doing the battle of the bugs and the squirrels and the raccoons and all the other stuff. Okay, here we go. This is the little thing I planted. It's 5 shelves high. I have some lettuce. This is Thai basil, I think. Yeah. These are chives and some cilantro. There's more cilantro here, more chives. I think these are shallots or bunching onions. It's something that I had a little of. And this is purple basil. A lot of this is just freshly replanted, so it's taken a little bit of time to reacclimate. This is the parsley. So this is the same as it was planted. Ooh, that's getting eaten up. Ooh, look at that. Dang. Look at them suckers. That's so rude. Y'all just rude. Okay, we're going to get these guys off of here. Don't try to hold on. I won't let go. You better let go. And the whole family feasting on my kale. Anyway, my poor baby. I had some kale here. It's going to be all right. It'll recover, hopefully. Anyway, that was kale. And there's more chives in here. And then these are all different types of lettuce. It's kind of a red leaf one a little bit somewhere here. And these are either onions or chives or something too. I think these are shallots in there. And then there's lettuce, and then I put lettuce down here too. So that's that. These are all pots for when I'm like, where am I going to put something? Then these are the pots for where I put the things that I don't know where I'm going to put. And then, sorry, it's all covered with pollen and stuff right now. This is my lemon tree. It's been in our house all winter. We just put it out. Hopefully it'll be okay tonight. It got little flowers on it. And it lost some leaves. But it looks like, even just being out here a couple days, there's some new little growth popping up. So hopefully it'll recover. Like I said, if we can get through tonight, I think it should be okay. So that's that. This is some thyme that I came in here and I just really cut it back. And I'm drying a bunch inside now. It's flowering. I don't know if that's good or bad. But anyway, it was huge and just like kind of gross looking. So I cut it all the way back. And I'm going to put something else in there in that space too. And then I have more pots for when I don't know where I'm going to plant something. And finally, there's my little clematis blooming bravely away up there. So cute. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you today. That's my tour of my supposed to be spring garden, but it's cold out here. Hopefully things make it through tonight. We're supposed to get down 30 something, 36 it says, something, and it should be okay. Things like that hibiscus I'll bring in because I know those won't be okay. But hopefully everything else makes it. And then after that, it's going to hang out kind of in the 60s and 70s for a while. Looks like for the next week or so. So I'm hoping my cool weather crops still continue to do well. And I'm going to try to get my tomato plants hardened off and out here so that when it does warm up finally, I can get them straight into the ground. All right. Thank you for taking a little tour with me. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope your gardens are doing well. If you have any suggestions or comments or questions, let me know. If you have not subscribed or liked the videos, please go ahead and do that as well. I would love to have you following along with me on my journey as I'm fumbling through this farming mess. So thank you so much and happy gardening, y'all.